Hello, friends. I am back with another plan with me. This week, I am using our Enjoy Summer collection from the shop. A lot of it is printed on washi paper, and the things that are not on washi paper are on premium matte paper. So here we go. As always, I'm going to start by deciding on which strips and where to put them. I did speed this up to 2.5, so I think that this time is going to work a lot better. So how was your week? What'd you guys do? Did you do anything fun? It was pretty quiet week other than Friday when we went to Universal, which you're about to see. It was just a lot of work this week, unfortunately, but them's the breaks. So here I am, and I am alternating between the top and the bottom because I am using rectangle uh, date covers this week. And so I don't need to have them all up at the top because of the circle like I did last time. Hello, Miss Elsa. If you hear some kitty noises, Miss Elsa has decided to join us up on the desk here. Anyway, so here I am laying these down. Yeah. And yeah, also, I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. So if you hear me drinking coffee, no, you didn't, because it is absolutely necessary. I'm actually contemplating running out and going to Seven Brew and getting me a energy drink because they make the yummiest energy drinks. Y'all, I went there yesterday and I got one. It was supposed to taste like strawberry shortcake, and it did. It was a Seven Brew energy with strawberry, cupcake, vanilla, and cold foam. And y'all, it literally tasted like a strawberry shortcake. It was delicious. Now, here, enjoy me removing stickers because I accidentally put them on the wrong days. And then oh man, I am so off screen. What the heck, Amy Lynn? And then I will realize by the time I get to Tuesday that they are actually still on the wrong days. And I end up having to pull them all up and redo them. Thank goodness that I didn't rip anything because I am so out of undo. Yeah, I need to get some. So here's where I realized I think I messed up. So then I have to go and redo all of these days. This was absolutely 1000% a hot mess plan with me this week. Like, it's crazy how of a hot mess it was. So here I am pulling them all up, and yeah. Oh my goodness. It takes so long to do that, but that's all right. That's all right. Things happen. And now I'll be back on track. And then, of course, as always, I will do my corners. I actually did this so much faster this week. It was an hour and 30 minutes versus the almost hour and 50 minutes of last week. I was quite surprised considering how I struggled with the date covers, and you'll see as we go, there's a few other times I had to rip things up as well. So I fully expected that it was, going to be longer, and yet it wasn't. So here I am laying down my corners. I have my pattern corners from the journaling kit. And also I have the grid corners so that I can alternate and have 2 on every sheet because that is what I love. And y'all, this planner is the daily spiral planner from City Girl Planners. She had taken it down from her website, but I did chat with her and she is going to be putting it back up. So once it is up, I will edit this video to add a link to the planner because I have had some emails and messages on Facebook asking me what planner it was and where they could buy it because it is a pretty awesome planner. I don't believe she has these big coils available anymore. I think they're a smaller coil now, but you could always purchase that coil on your own and recoil it if you really wanted it on a larger coil. That's what I plan to do. I'm actually going to ask her to send it to me punched without a coil. And I'm going to go ahead and take the coil that's off of this one, and then clip them together so that they don't get lost, obviously, and then reuse the coil because I need my big coil for all the stickers that I use. Anywho, I am almost done with the corners here. I'm up to Friday. Man, I'm slow. I think that it went faster this week because I prepped a little better. I had all my stickers laid out and I kind of had an idea in my head of how I wanted to lay them out on each day. So I didn't struggle with position as much as I normally do. But here you see me. I did not like the way that those stickers turned out. So I completely ripped them off and redid them. And I don't know if my camera was zoomed in too much or like I tried to zoom in so y'all could see, but by zooming in, I also kind of made it so that it's not always 100% in screen. So that's unfortunate, but I do eventually always pull it back in screen. So there's that at least. I need to plan out my corners a little better because by the time I get to the end, like Saturday and Sunday, I always have like the leftovers and the tiny corners because I use the big ones on the other days. So I really need to spread those out a little bit. But all right, so here we are, and I am actually going to start laying down Monday, and look at that. The entire top is cut off. Come on, Amy. Get with it. And oh my goodness, I forgot to mute my phone. So ignore that. And I went ahead and muted it now. So hopefully it is better. Anywho, so now I'm deciding on my deco and quote sticker. Oh my goodness, I blanked out, y'all. That's the lack of coffee and sleep here. My deco and my quote sticker for Monday. And this kit had the most adorable, oof, hot flash, y'all. Got to turn my fan on. Please ignore the noise if you hear it. The most adorable deco, these cute little kitties doing the fun summer things. And then I also printed my kawaii summer bears that are in the same color scheme as this kit so that I could use some of those. You'll see those at the end. All right, so I laid down my deco and my quote. So now I'm going to start laying down my actual stickers for the day. And looks like I had to prep for and film last week's plan with me. So there's a sticker for that. And that cute little bunny sticker is from Mr. and Mrs. Mint, which I keep forgetting to look up. I know they changed their name and I keep forgetting to look it up. So here I am deciding I want to cut this in half and put half on each side of that square sticker. So that is what I am doing here. And I am very slow when I do this kind of thing. So that is why I put it on 2.5 speed, because guess what? It looks just as good on 2.5 speed. So yeah. And the cute little cleaning stickers were from Bubba Bear Studios. I had to register Lucas for next FLVS. And what else did I do? Oh my goodness, I can't read that. My screen is so small, and when I try to make it bigger, it stops me from recording. But you'll be able to see it once, maybe I should grab my planner and then I could follow along with it. And then I'd be able to tell you what is happening. Yes. So let me grab my planner. And because I actually purchased a microphone for my phone for doing this, I was able to get up and you could still hear me perfectly. All right, so the little sticker, the little bear at the laptop on the FSA receipts is from Sugarmint, and the little girl sticker on the post sale is from Mr. and Mrs. Mint, and the little backpack on, oh my goodness, I've muted my phone and yet that phone call came through. I don't understand what's going on here. Anywho, the little backpack on the FLVS registration, I had to register my son for next year, well, next semester, I should say, was from Bubba Bear Studios as well. So I am going to just lay down a today sticker and then I will be done and ready to move on to Tuesday. Oh, no, I'm writing my what you eatin', and I had chicken casserole that day. I forgot to take out any meat to defrost, and since the chicken casserole uses canned chicken, I was able to go ahead and do that. All right, so trying to decide here where I want to lay down my deco stickers. I think on almost all of these, I did the deco on the bottom and the quote on the top because the deco just looked a little bit weird floating in midair. Like it makes more sense for the quote. So I think almost every single day I did the deco on the bottom, and I definitely liked how that turned out better. And then I just rotated like what corners they were on so that they weren't all in the same corners. And here I have my trusty pencil and I'm marking where I want the ears or the top of the sunglasses to go and also the ears so that it lines up perfectly on the bottom, which it did. Look at that, it's straight. Now I'm just erasing the marks and laying down this adorable coconut. A lot of these days I wasn't super busy, so I didn't write a whole lot on the planner. I did it mostly on stickers because when I'm not super busy, obviously I need to take up some space. So that's how I did it. Now I'm laying down this adorable Hello Summer typography sticker. This is from the shop. It is the, oh my goodness, I think it's the Summer Never Ends. I put it out with this collection and I'm about to tell you what it is. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm blanking out. I am totally blanking out and I'm trying to find it. And it is I don't honestly remember. Oh, Summer Never Ends. I was right. It is the Summer Never Ends typography collection. Those are available in standard size if you have a regular planner and also in the large sticker flakes, which is what I opt for because I have the big daily planner. So, all right, so now I'm writing down what I did. The cute little arrow is from my shop. The Let's Get This Shit Done is from a shop that is no longer around. And the YouTube sticker is from Bubba Bear Studios. Now I was printing on Monday, and the little printer icon is also from Bubba Bear Studios. I had people asking me where things were from, so that's why I'm trying to remember to tell y'all. Then I had to meal plan, grocery list, and I went grocery shopping, and the cute little bunny sticker is again Mr. and Mrs. Mint. And then this one, I had to order this microphone. And also I ordered a 4 plushie for my son. He's obsessed with this show. I don't even remember what it's called on YouTube, I believe. BMDI. I forget what it is, but he has the teardrop in the 2 and he did enough chores that he earned me ordering the 4 for him. On Tuesday, we went grocery shopping. So that means fast food because I refuse to come home and cook after I grocery shop. So we had McDonald's because it was right next to where we went shopping. And that cute little alligator sticker drinking a drink with a burger on his shirt was also from Bubba Bear Studios. And now I'm adding in some dots just to, make it a little more interesting. And instead of using a today sticker, I did decide to use the summer season alphabet stickers, which also came out with this collection. And they are available in this gray color to make it neutral, or they're also available in the colors of the kit. I opted for the neutral because I never use them all. And so this way I can save them to use them on any kits that I might use that were from before I was doing alphabet stickers for every collection, because now I do coordinating alphabets for every single collection that I release, including my monthly mix and match ones, which the July ones just dropped today, and they are ladybug themed, so you should check those out. And now I'm just trying to decide on the deco and layout and everything. And again, I did the deco on the bottom and the quote on the top. I think I did do that on every day. I don't think there were any days where I did the deco on the top. Oh, there was one. Looks like Thursday. And I decided I did not like how it looked afterwards. So that is why I went back to doing the deco on the bottom and the quotes on the top. And this little cat with the coconut drink, oh, so cute. And I did layer that with a surfboard. And my screen is glitching a little bit. So I hope last week I did notice that my voiceover was a little off from the video. I apologize for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I keep pausing and restarting because it seems like that fixes it when it gets out of sync. So hopefully that worked. Anyway, I did lay down my feeling sticker for that day. I was exhausted because again, I did not get enough sleep. It's becoming a thing. And then I laid down my Bailey weather sticker. It was stormy that day. And then I laid down some cleaning stickers that I had to do, which were Bailey Bears from my shop. I had to set up Lucas's portal for FLVS, and that little sticker is from Bubba Bear Studios. I posted my video from last week to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I don't remember where those stickers are from. I had to start an Amazon return for some pens that I bought that I ended up not liking. Then I did some more printing, and that little sticker is also from Bubba Bear Studios. I have a lot of stickers from Bubba Bear Studios, like almost a ridiculous amount. So you will see them a lot. So now I'm doing my journaling box, and I decided to do dots, which end up being a hot mess because as I'm sitting here looking at my planner page, a lot of them do not line up. But you know what? That's all right. That's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Right? Please tell me it doesn't have to be perfect. Because if it does have to be, it's not. It's not perfect at all. So here I am adding the dots. And then I realized later that on the screen, this kit, it looks orange. Okay. But for some strange reason, when they print out more like a yellowy orange. And I did not account for that when I pulled an orange marker. And so the orange marker is a little orangier than the kit is. And you notice there was no pink marker, and that's because none of my pinks matched the pink in here. So and quite honestly, the turquoise kind of doesn't match either, but you know what? I make do with what I got, right? I mean, I have 72 choices, but sometimes that's just not enough, I guess. So now I'm deciding on the deco for Thursday, which is normally our family day, but I was trying to finish up the new releases from this. I think, what was I doing? No, it wasn't new releases. It was the functional bundles. I was finishing up orders and the functional bundles, so we opted to wait and do the family day on Friday. So here I'm laying down this adorable palm tree, and I trimmed off a little bit off the edges. And then I decided I did not like how that bucket one looked, so I went, because it was as tall as the tree. So I went for this smaller little cat in a flamingo float because, I mean, come on, how stinking cute are we? And then that sticker up at the top is a noun description of summer. And I don't know if you can read it, but it does say a season where you never know what day it is, a period of fulfillment, strength, and happiness, and the time of year when days get longer and nights get better. And I agree, summer nights are the best. I did your what you're eating, and I made chicken quesadillas that day. Actually, no, I did not make chicken quesadillas that day. I did. Oh, I went back. Yes, I did do chicken quesadillas on Thursday. And then I went back to Wednesday because I had forgotten to do that day. And on that day, we had Sloppy Joe tachos. So laying down my how I feel, which was motivated, and my weather, which was partially sunny. And of course, typical Florida fashion, it did storm in the evening. So I had a call with the 504 coordinator for FLVS for Lucas. Because he has the ADHD, he does have some accommodations. Then again, I was printing. And as before, the printer icon will be from Bubba Bear Studios. The print badge stickers I created for myself, obviously, and because they match. That is actually, I had questions about what font that was. That is font 14 in our custom typography. The tiny text ones, not the regular typography. Then I had to go to Target. I know I'm supposed to be boycotting Target, but it's literally 2 minutes up the road. And I did not feel like driving 20 minutes to Walmart when all I needed was cat litter. So I went there and bought just the cat litter and got out of there. Then I was tired, so I have that cute little sticker that says, this is how much coffee I need. And it is a cup that is almost as big as the girl. Then I had to order some refills, prescription refills, and that little bottle is the Bailey Bear medicine bottle, and I just trimmed off the medicine because it didn't look right. And I had to mobile deposit a check in that little oh my gosh, the dollar bills, those are also from Bubba Bear Studios. So now I'm putting some washi on the bottom to create my journaling box, and I decided I didn't want to do it over there. I'm just going to do the bottom, and I'll fill in that empty space with deco later, which you will see, and I do that. So now I'm just drawing my journaling box with my turquoise marker that actually, now that it's dry and I'm looking at it, matches a lot better than it did when I was drawing it, and I was very nervous because it goes on very light, and then when it dries, it's a tad bit darker. So it ended up working out. And I'm using my today sticker, and I'm moving on to Friday. Oh my gosh, y'all. I overslept on Friday. So we did not get to Universal until like 1:00 in the afternoon, 12:30, I think it was. And it was not supposed to rain till about 6 or 7 o'clock, according to the lovely, AccuWeather weather forecast. And it started pouring at about 3. So we literally only got to ride 3 rides. We did Hulk, Velocicoaster, and Forbidden Journey. It was drizzling when we went into Forbidden Journey. And when we came out, it was pouring. And you're going to see when I add the picture that I took of myself, y'all, we were soaked to the bone. Like every one of us, our clothes were completely soaked through. My bra, my underwear, everything. I get cold very easily since I've lost the weight that I lost. So when we got back to the car, I always have a jacket in the car because I need it for when I go into stores, because the stores are always freezing cold. And see, look, this was the day I put the deco on the top, and I ended up not liking it. Anyway, I ended up taking my shirt off because I was so cold wearing a wet shirt in the air conditioning of the car, and putting on my jacket like over my bra. It was, yeah. And that is why I was annoyed that day, because the weather was incorrect and it was so very nasty, so very nasty. But, we do what we do. Then I came home and I had to do the listing images for the July mix and match. I also doodled actually, at first I doodled the smears for the mix and match. Then I did the listing images. So I should have did those differently. This is where I wrote about, we only got to ride 3 rides. There is my soaking wet picture. I don't even know if you can tell in the picture that how wet I was, but I was literally I looked like I jumped into a pool with all of my clothes on. And my husband and my son were not much better. And we were going to wait it out, but it was showing that it was going to be like 2 hours worth of storms. And I was like, I am not sitting here for 2 hours. So we did end up running out in the rain. And by the time we got home, it was sunny, because that is Florida. It can be completely sunny in one area, and literally 2 miles up the road, it's pouring. So by Universal, it was pouring. By my house, it was sunny. It's so wild here. It's funny because when we were driving home, we were driving into the brightness. And yet, if you look in the rearview mirror behind us, it was like black. So anyway, I used the alphabet stickers to write "so wet," the cute little wizard on the circle for the family day is one of the custom wizards from my shop, and she is dressed up in a Ravenclaw outfit because I am Ravenclaw. So here I am using this paint smear to create the top and bottom of the journaling box. And then I leave like the side open because, I need to have some room for journaling. And then I believe that's all I'm going to do on this page. So I think we are going to move on to Saturday after I put the today sticker down, of course. Coffee, 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 coffee. Saturday. Did not do a ton Saturday. You're going to see by all the stickers I laid down that I made it look like I did a lot, but I really didn't. So here I am trying to decide where I want to lay things down. And I love those little sunglasses. I wanted to make sure that I use them somehow. And I think where I end up putting them works out really well. Here I'm using some of the offset squares and circles to create a little bit of, fun around the corner. And I was going to pull it up and move it over, and I could not do that. So I decided to lay a sticker down there that would make it look like that gap, because the gap is what was bothering me. So then I laid down the cute little cat in the sand barrel. And now I'm going to snip that in half, or no, I'm not going to snip it in half. I'm just going to trim the edge off a little bit there and put that up there to put with my quote sticker. I've been trying to put more stuff off the edges, a la Kelly, my PR girl, because I think it looks so cool. It's not something I would have done until I saw her do it. And I was like, I actually kind of like that. So I do it occasionally. And let's see, now I'm actually doing what I did. So my Today I Feel That day was just and that is actually a tiny text that was just released recently. It literally says just My weather sticker was sunny. It did storm for about 10 minutes in the evening. That's normal for Florida. It's almost every day. So when I do my weather, I do like what it was the majority of the day. And the majority of the day, it was sunny. So I did my cut batch. I do not remember where that cutting sticker is from. It's a marshmallow, and I believe that shop is closed. The fucking laundry is from Honey Bear. And then the little laundry sticker on there is from Bubba Bear Studios. The computer sticker on the do listings is from Coffee Monsters Co. And the sticker on the sticker project is from Once More with Love. And then on the overtime is also from Bubba Bear Studios. Look at me remembering where everything is from this week. That's very unusual for me. So now I am again using the paint smears to create the boxes. And I used a lot of things to create the journaling boxes this time because I was not thrilled with the colors of the markers. And so I didn't use them as much as usual. So that's why I opted to use other things. And honestly, I really like how they turned out. So I'm probably going to do that more often. I mean, I still will use the markers because they're fun to use, but it was also kind of fun to try to create them using other things. Moving on to Sunday. This sticker up in the corner, the summer thing, I thought it went absolutely perfect with this little aloha kitty with the surfboard and the palm trees. And so I laid down the quote at the top using another smear, and then down at the bottom I'm going to use some more circles and squares. And yeah, I decided I needed another one. Yep, and see, now it's perfect. And I lay this down. I had wanted it flush against the bottom, but I went a little too high, so it was close enough, though. It was close enough. All right, so now I'm going to lay down my How I Feel, which was just okay. It wasn't a bad day, but it wasn't a great day. My weather was stormy. It was stormy on and off all day. It wasn't like a consistent storminess, but it was stormy. I cleaned my office, and that cleaning bear is from Bubba Bear Studios. Then I did some foiling I actually foiled and packed the orders before I cleaned my office. So again, I'm putting them up in the wrong order, but you know what? That's okay. The pack orders sticker, the little mailman with the bundle is from Oh Hello Michelle, who is, I believe, closed, which makes me sad because Bidoo was such a cute character. And I'm starting to run out of my Bidoos, and that is sad. I couldn't decide where to lay that down, so I'm like, I'll come back to that. My refill pill box, the little RX pill bottle, is also from Bubba Bear Studios. The Plan with Me Prep is a planning sticker from Mr. and Mrs. Mint. And again, I know they changed their name, but dang it if I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up and I will know next week because I have a lot of their stickers too, and so I use them a lot. What you're eating, we had leftovers, and then I think I realized I'd forgotten to do Thursday or Saturday's meal, so I think I go back and do it. Yep. And on Saturday, I made a peach burrata salad. Oh my God, y'all, it was amazing. I got peaches from the peach truck a couple of weeks ago, so I'm trying to use them up because they're going bad before I can eat them all. I'm going to end up having to cut a bunch and freeze them because I don't want them to go bad. They're amazing. So anyway, that quote strip, there are 4 of those that with every one of my journaling kits. This one says good times in tan lines. I thought that went kind of well with the, little theme of the kitty down in the corner. And then I put my trash out sticker, which is a Bailey Bear. And this is the today sticker. Now I'm going to go back and use some kawaii bears and some other things to fill in any empty spots. So up here, I end up using the little surfer kawaii bear because I thought that went perfectly since there was the cat one down at the bottom with the surfboard. And did I do any other deco stickers on there? Yes, I used the little deco to add those cute little yellow sunglasses and the little cat in the float. I did not print the regular size ones this week. I just did the extra large and the small because I found that I did not use the medium size as much as I would have thought. I did use the cat with the surfboard that's on Sunday without the palm trees on this day to fill in that space. And then I end up using the other sunglasses right there. And then there was a spot at the bottom, but I didn't like anything. Oh, I did. I used the sun, but then I decided that the sun was so far off to the side that I needed something else. So I had this big watermelon slice left from the Deco Flakes. So I did use that. And I was like, okay, that's good. And moving on to Friday. I didn't have a ton of room on Friday. I think I only laid down a couple. I did the cute little surfer with the peace sign up. And I believe I do the cute little coconut. Oh, I didn't even lay the coconut down. Oh, yes, the roller skater. I forgot I did that at the bottom. Cute little roller skating bear. And then the coconut. On this page, I thought to myself that, my goodness, that surfer bear would be perfect in that huge open space, but I had already used the smaller version of that, so I had to do a different one. So I end up doing this cute little bear having a picnic, and I put the blue smear under it to kind of mimic like water, like she's having her picnic on the beach. And then I did add just a couple little random things from the small deco sheet. And then moving on to Wednesday, I end up doing the cute little bear building a sand castle. You see me hitting the thing there because I was torn and couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And I don't think I do too many others because this day was kind of full. Oh, I do use the surfboard. And then I believe I add a flower down at the bottom next to the cat, like a big one, because there was a big open space there. And I'm like, I need something big. So I did use one of the Deco Flakes that was left to do a big one down there. And then I was like, okay, that's enough. And I move on to Tuesday. And Tuesday was pretty full. I didn't add a whole lot. I added the last big sticker flake I had down at the bottom there, the palm leaf. And I had to flip it over to cut it. And then I think I do add one of the kawaii bears. Yep, the watermelon eating one. And that's it. I didn't do a whole lot on that page. And then on Monday, let me flip it over here. I do use the cute little bear down in the corner. It seemed like the perfect place, especially since that quote sticker on the bottom literally says cats just want to have sun. And there's the bear laying in the sun. And yeah, I think that's it. I did put that there and then I decided I hated it there. So I do end up pulling it up and replacing it with a quote sticker. It looked like it was floating in midair and it didn't look right. So the quote sticker that I'm going to search for and put is actually going to be from Tipsy Dog Designs. And it says, "A poem about summer. Shit, it's hot, the end." And I was like, okay, that's just perfect because it's ridiculously hot here in Florida. So here I am looking through my box or my quote typography reusable stickers, trying to decide what I want to put there. And then I was looking at the other days to see if there were any other days I wanted to put quote stickers on. And looks like I do end up doing one on Thursday. I don't remember what though. Oh yes, I do the Dream Big at the bottom, which I believe is from See Amy Draw. And then I go back to Wednesday apparently, and I add that one on the bottom that says, "I'm not saying I drink too much caffeine, but I do believe my body will keep moving 48 hours after my death." Accurate. And that is also from Tipsy Dog Studio, or Tipsy Dog Designs. She has amazing snark in her shop. And then I use That Sucked sticker about the rain. And that's going to do it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope that you come back next week.